So let's see this here. Visor has interior animate, Omni Mark. Yeah, explain to me. We're gonna take this the nice way. Right, we're gonna take this the nice way. You got season. That mark that you have there is the one that fought that team. No, that's no goggles mark. Okay. So yeah, you got Omni Mark above Mr. Liu. Above Dragon Liu. Yeah? You think so? Yeah, big boss.
I have him above in stats, but I don't have an argument for why he'd be able to kill the body. You want to pick a different topic?
You have him above in stats?
Yeah.
So you think he'd be able to just completely overpower the dragon, but not kill it?
I don't know about completely overpower, but I don't know if he could kill it. No. You want to pick a different topic?
Sure, it's no issue. Why are... Let me see. Lucan, Vidor. Is that red? And what's your argument for Red Rush above Invincible War Mark? Fully trying?
Invincible War Mark, fully trying? Yeah, he just scales to Omni Man without a Rage Amp, and Rage Amp in Omni Man is above that version. But that's not the relevant part. The relevant part is just regular Omni Man is above Mark via statement.
Okay. And so you think he's above Omni Man with like, what's his scale in Omni Man?
Yeah, I think he's faster than Omni Man and at least equal, if not better, in terms of AP. Before Omni Man gets a Rage Amp.
Yeah, none of that shit is true.
Okay. I think
we can run that. I don't think that scaling.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I don't think that scaling chain works, right? Because so if I could react to, so you hear, Gara? This is about to be a quick debate.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna frame it like this.
Okay.
If I'm capable of anticipating your location and grabbing onto, no matter the method, right? We are relative in some speed category, right? Because even if he's like dashing around him, I have to be some certain speed to react to and grab onto if I anticipate the move. So we know that Omni Man can and is very capable and has the speed of grabbing onto Red Rush, right? Red Rush pounding away as much as he did on Omni Man. I wouldn't say really scales to his AP because that scene happens in such a short time frame, and in that short time frame, he punches him probably hundreds, maybe even thousands of times in the chest, and Omni Man just crushes his fucking skull. So I don't think Red Rush scales to Omni Man like at all. Like the only thing you can say, oh, he hurt like Omni Man, but saying like, oh, he hurt him, and I also got killed in 5 seconds is like not a feat. So, like, how the fuck does Red Rush scale to Omni Man and base?
I mean, twice it's shown that the guy is just way faster than him. I can send you the scans.
I just explained why I don't think that's true.
All that you got off with your argument is that you would have to be at some certain level of speed to actually grab Red Rush. That doesn't mean that Omni Man's actually faster. And I think that feat, if you want to say they're relative, they can be relative.
You're not tracking it. You're big boss.
They can
you're not.
Big boss.
You're not tracking. I'm saying
Hold
you're
on.
using speed. You're using speed like it's a.
Sorry, let me finish.
Yeah, I'm just trying to say, I don't want you to go on a non-point. I don't want you to go on a non-point because, brother,
this isn't a non-point. It's relevant,
brother. I'm trying to explain to you why it's not relevant. I'm telling you, the speed point does not matter, Big Boss, because we know that Omni Man is fast enough, period, to grab Red Rush if he focuses, right? A non-rage amped Omni Man is able in a multiple combat scenario to catch Red Rush, right? So it's not like Red Rush is so fucking fast that Omni Man can't do anything. Red Rush is capable within the start of a fight to get caught by Omni Man if he tries to fight him. The only way Red Rush will, the only argument you have here is Red Rush is running away from him. In a combat scenario, in terms of combat speed, Red Rush cannot like just tag Omni Man and just get away 100% of the time, right? And he's not strong enough to like significantly hurt him in like one-off hits. So what you're not understanding, Big Boss, is your character is not fast enough in a combat scenario to not get caught by my character. And if my character catches him, he's gonna instantaneously kill him. What is the argument?
I think that Omni Man is Rage Amp though. I don't think that Omni Man isn't Rage Amp, the one that grabs Red Rush.
What? Prove that shit.
The feats kind of suggest it because like literally at the beginning of the fight, like I'll show this to you. You want me to screen share? Like Omni Man is about to like run in and just kill the Immortal, and Red Rush just rushes in and just pushes the Immortal away before Omni Man can even touch him when he's like way farther away from him, the Immortal, than Omni Man is.
Okay. So why is he angrier now than when he was already planning to kill all the fucking Guardians? And it's not like he's angry. He's just there because he has to kill them for the sake of his planet. So like I'm not understanding where in the narrative and where in the hell in this clip you're understanding that this guy is getting rage amped. He's probably annoyed, right? But he's still already off the rip trying to kill everybody, like from the get-go. So I don't really know if you have any evidence to suggest that this Omni Man like fucking stronger, which I don't think it's true. Nobody runs this argument. This shit is ass.
I think he's upset. I can sort of talk about this in the comics, but in the comics, like Omni Man literally says that he doesn't like the fact that he killed the Guardians of the Globe because they were his friends. So I think right before he's about to like try and kill one of them, maybe he gets more upset. He's getting angrier because he's about to kill one of his friends that he's probably been working with for many years.
Yeah, I don't think he's rage amped. If anything, that's like a fucking nerf. Like he thinks these guys are his friends and he doesn't want to kill them, but he has to kill them. That's a nerf usually, not an amp. Big Boss or Rom SpongeBob. That's not an argument. You're arguing for me. Do you realize that you are literally arguing for my position right now?
When I say he's upset, I'm saying he's angry. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, and I'm telling you I'm disagreeing with that notion, and what you've explained suggests that he's nerfed more than anything because he feels bad because these are his friends.
No,
your evidence points towards a different conclusion, Big Boss.
No, what I'm saying is he's not like getting like upset as in sad or whatever, or emotionally distraught. What I'm saying is he's actually getting angry. This thing is sort of explained when he fights Mark at the end of season 1.
You know, when he getting angry because you're forced to kill your friends.
Wait. When he fights Mark at season 1, his literal son, he starts getting mad and like screaming at Mark and shit while punching him in the air.
Yeah, and he doesn't kill his son. He literally spares his life versus
that's
the
not
Guardians.
The point, the point is he gets mad.
That is the point. Like he refrains himself from actually killing Mark. That's another scenario where I think it points out that he's not really trying as hard as he could because he actually loves his son, which is like kind of the whole shtick there, him leaving the planet. So what I'm saying is that you're pointing something out again in the fight with the Guardians that doesn't entail that this guy is getting significantly stronger from some rage amp. Is just talking about like maybe he feels bad that he has to murder everybody here, but we know baseline he is trying his hardest to try to kill everybody in this room. But I don't know why the one that grabbed Red Rush is magically getting stronger. If anything, he's nerfed because he feels bad because he has to kill his friend. So do you have an argument, Big Boss, or do you want to go to conclusions?
Well, the thing is though, Jester, and you seem to keep missing this, you could say like he's upset, which it wasn't really the idea that I'm trying to claim. I was just trying to claim that he's angry. If you want to claim he's upset, I mean, I don't think you could say that being upset is actually going to nerf you to a relevant extent. Like multiple characters do get upset in Invincible, and they go from
That's the
being
burden
relative
shift
to their
of the
opponents
that's the
to
burden
being.
shift of destruction, brother.
Well, no, I'm just saying I wasn't trying to claim that initially. If you actually do think he's upset, though, I could literally accept that, and
You
that wouldn't
have
really
to be
matter.
you
No, I'm not
have to
putting a
be trying to
burden on
claim
you.
that
I'm not trying to
you're
put a
not
burden on
understanding.
you.
You have to be trying to claim that he's getting some significant strength amplifier because he's getting angrier. I'm saying he could be getting angry at this notion, right? But him getting angry at this notion would just nerf him. You're not tracking me. Do you want to go to conclusions?
Okay, and I'm
You're literally
saying,
not. You're not tracking me
I'm
at
saying, if
all.
he's getting angry at that notion, he wouldn't get nerfed. He'd get buffed if he's angry because Rage Amps do
That is
exist in
circular.
Invincible.
Big
And
Boss or Bomb
hold
SpongeBob.
on, you
That
didn't
is
let me
a
finish.
circular
You didn't
argument.
let me finish. You didn't let me finish. It's not
Go
circular.
ahead.
It's not going to be circular if you let me finish. The reason why
Go
I
ahead, bro.
suggest that is because Rage Amps do exist in Invincible. I can give you an argument for that. And what we see is Omni Man goes from being way slower than Red Rush because he's about to run at Immortal. He's much closer to the Immortal than Red Rush is. Red Rush intercepts him from much farther away and saves the Immortal in time. He just completely outspeeds him there. He's way faster. Way faster. So that suggests that Red Rush is faster than Omni Man, and in the second instance, something changes, he gets angry, and then he starts performing better. So this tells me that Omni Man is probably Rage Amp there, and that isn't his normal performance.
That first off is a non-argument, and on top of that's a contextomy fallacy. So to point out the actual context of the situation is that I'm okay with Red Rush being faster than Omni Man. Omni Man has to anticipate where Red Rush is coming from to grab a hold of him. The first couple times that he got hit, he couldn't really anticipate what angle he'd be coming from. So he takes a few hits and then has to, either guess or predict where he's coming from to grab a hold of him. So that's why I'm okay with him being faster, but in a combat sense scenario, he could react to him. I don't think he's magically getting stronger. You're reaffirming the claim again. You're going circular. And you haven't provided evidence as to why he's getting a Rage Amp in the first place. That's literally what is in question, Big Boss. That's what's in question.
I do have
what's in
evidence.
question.
I can send that to you.
Are we serious? What have you been arguing this entire time?
No, I was just contextualizing the whole thing to sort of explain why I can apply this thing to this instance. And now I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to show you. Yeah, I'm just going to show you now. Omni Man is literally Rage Amped. He has an angry face on when he's killing Red Rush.
Okay, that's what's in question. Okay, you do you feel like you responded to me?
No. You were questioning if he was angry. I'm saying his facial expression literally shows us that he's probably angry.
He's
literally gritting his teeth. His eyebrows are narrowed, and he's mad over that. Very likely.
Haram, I'm not questioning whether he's angry or not. You're not tracking. Do you want to go to conclusions?
So what are you questioning then? Because I've already explained why he would be angry. I've already explained why he would get amped in one instance versus another. If you're trying to say this is a combat speed related feat, if you're let's say, I don't know, 15 persons, let's just give a rough estimate. If you're let's give a rough estimate. If I'm 15 persons away from you, and then you randomly go from 3 persons away to 1 person, and then I, who is 15 people away, just run up to you and then save the person who is right next to you from you punching them, that means I'm way faster than you. That's not just a travel speed thing, that's a combat speed thing too. You would be much faster in terms of combat speed because the amount of movements you're making in that instance are much greater than the amount of movements that you're making when you're in close quarters combat.
This is a very, very bad shadow box, brother. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think you even know what I'm arguing. I actually think you're so lost. The barn's been so burned, it's just ash on the floor. The barn animals are gone. The barn has been burned down. It's gone. You're just still not tracking. I don't know how the hell you've not been tracking for the past 5 minutes. You don't even know my argument. You're literally debating.
No, you're debating.
You don't. You're debating Mephisto.
Let me also respond to the whole thing you said about Mark. So
he's debating Mephisto.
Yeah. So just because he doesn't kill Mark here doesn't mean he isn't Rage Amp. That doesn't mean anything. The whole point was literally just he can be mad. He can pull his punches. But because he's getting mad in this type of context, that would suggest in a similar context with the Red Rush thing, where he's hitting someone that he actually cares about, that could explain why he would get angry.
So, and one he's willing to kill, and the other one he's not willing to kill. And that, okay, the barn is burned. Okay, so do you feel like you responded now? Or do you think you tracked?
Yeah, so I definitely tracked in everything. When one
Okay,
instance
so
he's
let's go
willing
to
to kill
conclusions,
versus
big boss.
another, versus
Let's go to
another,
conclusions,
he's not willing to
big
kill.
boss.
Are you making the argument that just because he's not willing to kill, that means that he doesn't have the ability to kill if he wants to?
Yeah,
Or
that's
well,
also in question.
Well, no, not the ability to kill, but rather that he can't be Rage Amp there.
That's not what I'm saying.
Then what are you
Like
saying?
I'm putting the context of your rage amp into question, brother. You're still not still
Yeah,
not
and I
tracking.
don't think the context is relevant here. Can you point out a relevant context difference?
What are you talking about?
Because I think you're just cherry picking here. You're saying that something's different here, but if it's not relevantly different, then why are we gonna say like, okay, fucking Nolan isn't gonna be Rage Amped against Red Rush?
I've never seen a debater so lost in my life. You're literally in a web of like your own
I'm
reality.
literally
right
not
now.
lost. I've responded to everything.
Okay, so can we conclude? Are you
Yeah,
ready?
we
Are
can
you ready
conclude.
to,
I just responded to everything.
thank you, bro. You slammed me. Gyro, just tell him the reality of what's in.
GG's.
Just let him